Today we're working on the Supra. We're going to get the exhaust finished up, so we are going to be doing a side exit exhaust. So stay tuned. They never turned red this year.
Do they have to be red?
Last year they were, but I don't know. They're falling off the trees.
That's a good apple. So,
Too sour?
oh, it's perfect. So yeah, like Matt said, we're doing side exit exhaust on the Supra.
Oh, my tires blew over.
Oh golly.
Frick, we gotta fix that first.
Yeah, that's step one. While Matt does that, we're going to be kind of jankling this thing together. So this is the old exhaust that came off the Supra. So we're going to use this material, kind of cut it up and make the shapes that we need to, or make the cuts and the pieces that we need to make the exhaust that we require.
You're gonna walk right into the trailer.
All right, so we haven't worked on the Supra in a while. A lot of you probably haven't even seen this thing.
There's
But
a lot of spider webs.
yeah, this thing's no stranger to spiders. Pretty much, it's a 7M GTE, so 3-liter inline-6 turbo, and kind of the predecessor to the 1JZ and 2J. So what we're doing is we're taking the right off the turbo here. We're going to make a flange and a collector. We're going to go straight through the firewall, right about there, and then we've got to, it'll kind of come out right in there. Actually, probably where that hole is, we'll utilize that. It'll go through the passenger footwell right there to the outside of the car.
Probably and close to here, or maybe like even down here.
Yeah, and we'll just have a short little piece of exhaust. Anyway, so we're just going to start doing some measuring. The first step and the most important and hardest thing is going to be making this flange and building a proper collector with the tools that we have. So we've kind of changed our plans a little bit. We're going to reuse the stock elbow. It's just a lot easier than making our own. We're going to use this piece, kind of pie cut it as much as we can to get a very tight 90, and then that will actually end up going through the firewall. And then we've got a bunch of other pieces of tube, different diameters and different thicknesses that we'll be able to use. Matt's going to cut that up now.
Yep.
So Matt's been making some pie cuts and some pieces of tube, and we think we got a very tight 90-degree bend here that we're piecing together, and this will get us right through the firewall in a very nice area.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit more modification to get it to line up nicely, but I think that'll work.
Yeah, looks good. Next step is welding them up. Okay, Matt has the first two pieces of the pie. And oh, does that look good. It's a nice angle. Lots of material to weld on. So Matt's going to go ahead and start that.
Okay, that's the first tack. Yeah, I think I'm liking that.
All right.
I don't think I'll do a full weld on it yet. I'll just do maybe 4 tacks or so. and then we'll put the other pieces in place and see where we end up.
So we've got the 90 degree tacked up.
It is a very tight 90 degree.
Yeah, looks really good. So I think it'll flow okay.
It looks better on the inside than it does on the outside. I tried to make it even on the inside for better airflow, and I think it's pretty good. It's about as smooth as I could get it with how tight it is, so I think it'll work okay.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, we're taking a little field trip because we're missing a few parts and supplies. We're gonna rent a exhaust expander, tailpipe expander, I think they call them. Gonna borrow that. Pick up some clamps and other parts, and so that we can finish this, because I think we'll get it done today for sure, because we got lots of time. Matt's stoked. He's now currently in his going out on the town clothes.
My street clothes.
Street clothes. I'm still in my dirty clothes, so
I had my car keys, didn't I?
we're gonna head out now. Bah! Okay, we just went to Canadian Tire, or we just went to an unnamed retail shop and picked up the parts we need and the pipe expander tool.
Canadian Tire.
Name drop. Anyways, I think that's all we have going on in town here, so we're gonna head back.
Maybe grab a coffee or something from Tim Hortons.
That's not a bad idea. Wouldn't mind that. Maybe some Timbits.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had those in a while. Although I read a study this morning saying that Timbits have a trace of fertilizer on them. So we'll see how that tastes.
Good for fertilizer.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. PT Cruiser convert.
Oh, it's not the turbo though.
Lames.
Alright, so we're at the 7-Eleven right now to pick up some coffee. And I like it because whatever size cup you get, that's the price you pay. It doesn't matter what's in the cup.
Ah.
So we got specialty blends over here. Oh.
Reese's? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's new. I'm gonna try that.
Wow, hot chalky.
Reese's
All right.
peanut butter.
It's a win.
Go peanut butter. Let off right now.
Wow, you're pro. Nailed that spot on.
Oh yeah.
So, Matt, there's a twin of yours.
No, it's not.
It's a twin. Matt doesn't think that this is the same car back there. So maybe we'll drive by and we'll show you. It's the same car, and he thinks it's blue,
I'm going that way.
but it's white. You don't want to show everyone?
It
The
is
twin?
mint colored and it's a Spark.
I can't tell the difference.
And it's not turbocharged either.
All right, we're gonna go past it. So that definitely looks
Sparky.
sparky, and it is mint colored, yeah. So I guess I'm wrong. Anyways, so we just came out of the 7-Eleven. So it was a good experience at the Sev. And so now we're gonna head back to the garage with all our tools. We got a good haul. So back to work on the Supra.
Yeah, buddy. Look at that truck. Oh, we gotta drive past that.
All right, detour. So saw this really cool. Is that a Ford? It's a Fargo.
I thought it was a Dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a Fargo short box. Mint. So we're gonna let you check that out. Ooh, that's a beaut.
That is very nicely done.
Yep. I like how they didn't slam it and put new wheels on it. They got the classic Kragers. Ooh, that's very nice. BF Goodrich radials, you know, it's the classic. It's a classic tire.
All right. Enough drilling. Let's get back to work.
Yeah. Matt, I brought you a gift.
What you got there?
Sorry it's a little late. I know your birthday was a little while ago, but that is about 200 grams of weight savings. I know how much you love to save weight. I mean off the car, Matt.
Oh.
It's not like it's a health snacker.
I was gonna save on my weight.
No, it's not a health snack. Looks like a good cookie, but that is a heat shield that we'll no longer use because exhaust will not be routed that way.
Okay, I'm almost done this.
Okay. Looking as good as our flex core will let us make it.
It'll work.
Yep.
Functionability is key.
Drop that. Oh, hey, Matt.
So,
So while Matt was welding up that piece of exhaust, I am going to start drilling this hole. So we've got it pretty much marked out. We have an idea where we want to be. So this black line right here is the frame rail, or I guess part of this, the unibody. And so we have to stay on this side of it. So about right here is where we need to be. That's where we need to be centered. And we're going to drill through there. And, you know, that'll give us enough room.
it'll work. Shoot.
This thing is sharp.
Broke the bit even.
Bugger.
That was a good quality bit too.
Dang. How did that happen? So we've been struggling to drill the hole because all our bits keep breaking. So we're gonna, our theory is that the bit is kind of grabbing this, like the center bit, and this is shaking too much and it snaps the drill bit. So we just cut off the head off a bolt, shoved it in there, and you know that'll keep this thing centered as we're trying to drill our hole. So we're gonna see if that works.
Alright, so we're pretty much through, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a trapdoor. That's a big old hole. And if I look here...
You can't see anything because we don't have a flange there yet.
No, but I see turbo lines and that makes me happy.
Hey, that could help us too. If we ever need to do maintenance on the turbo,
We have another access
we have
port
an
here
access port to get
that our
tools
hands
in.
will fit through.
Oh, that's great. See?
They're good ideas.
It's one of those 2-for-1 deals.
So first test fit, and it looks fairly good. Now we're gonna have to angle the pipe up a little bit because it's a little lower than what we'd like. Should have actually brought this hole down a little bit, but we'll be able to work like that, and I think that'll work out. So now I guess we will start the rest of the piping, right, Matt?
Yeah.
So status update, we've got our, I don't know, this is like a 110 degree or something bend that goes up. Matt's gonna finish welding because we only have it tacked right now. While he does that, I'm gonna head over to the car and drill the final hole. So this is the one that's gonna go through on the fender here. And we just mapped it out. And it's pretty much just, we're gonna find a place right here below the molding and, you know, within the right space so that we're not hitting anything. There's quite a bit of room. So we've got that hole drilled. We're gonna come through here, straight down. We'll have to angle down a little bit, but pretty much between these two brackets. We'll be taking the bottom bracket out and then kind of just drilling the hole right in there. So I'm gonna get to that now. All right, a little recap. Matt is currently working on cleaning up some parts.
Yep.
to make them look pretty and to cover up find any pinholes and cover those up. And I was working over here trying to drill that hole. As you could tell, it took a long time because that hole saw was quite dull, but we got it done and we've got the hole all the way through, and you can even see the hole on the other side. So next step is once Matt's done cleaning that up, then we're going to install it and figure out the last piece, which is a straight shot. And I think that's about it, right, Matt?
Oh yeah, we're almost there. Hard stuff's done.
Yeah. Let's get to her. So Matt is going to make what we believe should be the last cut. We've measured it out and we've got the straight length that we need. So he's going to go ahead and throw some sparks. So this is going to be the piece we need. And we might even use this hanger, but we'll probably have to cut it off. Something like that. Want to go in from the inside and show the folks what it's going to look like? It's quite dim in here, Matt. Alright, so that's where it's going to join up, and it's going to kind of run down into the hole that we built. And it comes out here. This isn't what it's going to look like. We're going to center it, and then we have a tip that we're going to put on. But, you know, that's the general idea. So I noticed that there's a few leaves in here. Quite a few leaves, like half a tree's worth. So I'm going to go ahead and clean those out before the exhaust starts the car on fire. We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
So let's go over a recap. First of all, turbo elbow goes down into our 110-degree turn, which is clamped onto the piece that goes inside the car, which comes around here through the passenger footwell. And this straight piece goes right down and outside the car. Here's our tip, and the final product looks ever sick. Look at that thing.
That looks so good.
It does. It's perfect. Wow. It's everything that we wanted. Wow, it just looks, it fits. And it's going to be loud.
So loud.
It's going to be very loud. Because before we had straight 3-inch that ended about right here. And that was loud. And when we took that off and we were running with only the turbo elbow. No, with no elbow. We were running
Just right off the turbo.
We were running right off the turbo, and it was this as loud as it was with that 3-inch that ended here. So this is going to be as loud.
It'll just be aimed in a different direction so that we're not getting fumes inside the car.
Yeah, that was a problem. We never drove it like that. It was only to go in and out of the garage while we worked on this. So, I don't know. Are we going to start it up, Matt? It's 11 o'clock p.m. We have to move the car, so... I mean, they're your neighbors, and your family is sleeping.
As bad as I want to start it, we'll wait till next time when we get everything finished up.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get it out of the garage, we can just push it for tonight.
Yeah, we'll just take the e-brake off, let it glide. Oh, and then tomorrow, Matt, maybe you start it up and send me a clip. end of this video for today. So there's still a few things left to do on this. It doesn't look very clean right now, the whole exhaust setup, so we're going to clean it up and do some painting and some header wrap so it'll look mint from the inside. And I think we're also going to do that exhaust hanger.
Yeah,
We
we
might
should.
or might not do that. But a few little cleanup things. We got to put gasket on and stuff like that. But 99% of the work is done.
Yeah, the hard part is done, and then the rest is just going to be cleanup.
So we'll take care of that at another time. We're not going to film that because it's boring. It's whatever. The main things is the epicness that we just did right there. So
The second coolest thing that we've done.
yeah. And if you want to see the first, I will put a link up here. And it's a vehicle that we are currently still working on. So there's going to be a lot more videos coming out about that. I think that's the next thing we'll do, is work on that car. We've actually got some things going on tomorrow on the DL that we're taking care of for that project. But anyways, that's enough for now. Little recap, little update. You just put a video out saying your car's all working now. Frankenstein Civic's all up and running.
It drives.
It drives. Rear disc brake conversion all done. Update on the Sylvia is it's still running and driving great. I'm not tracking it. I'm not pushing it hard at all because I will break it. So just driving it for now. And
V8 in the distance.
manual transmission. Mustang.
Or there's a Firebird down the street too.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat. All right, check out these sweet videos. Share, like, subscribe, Instagram hit, Facebook, share, subscribe. Tell your moms.
Give us a thumbs up.
All right.